All right, coaches. Mike Kuchar, xandolabs.com. We're going to talk you through some of Coach DeCan's cut-ups and his pin and pull scheme here as we go through this. We have most tight and wide shots, so bear with me. This one, I just think we have a wide shot. Okay, we're going to have twins to the field here. You're going to see a swap call by the tight end and the offensive tackle as this thing goes through it here. Okay, tight end over here, tackle over here. Coach details a swap call in the full-length clinic report, okay, which is basically a down block at the point of attack, okay, and a tackle coming around. Now the coaching point here is a tackle should be looking inside to linebacker to safety. He should be tracking this player right here. His eyes get a little outside here where it should be as he goes through. Okay, offensive guards on a solo block. Okay, the center on a cap call. Okay, as we go through this here, the center is going to snap the ball. He's on a cap, so he's out the gate as well. You get two pullers, and again, if you have a center that could do this, obviously any double pull concept at the point of attack is a big advantage for you. Okay. We're going up top here. We got a slug call now with the tight end and play side offensive tackle. Okay, so now they're comboing that 7 technique here. They're working to the next level. Okay, the offensive guard and center. The center is pulling again. He is out. He makes a guru call. Guru tells him that that guard is going to pin that 2-eye technique. Okay, and then he is out here playing the play side guard. Good pull by the center. Backside outside guard should have made a Peter call and pulled around the center. I think we have an end zone shot of this one. I don't know. Okay, it'd be a lot easier to see on the end zone shot, and we do not on this particular one, so we'll get back to that. Okay, we're going up top here. Again, we have a slug call. And again, coach details and diagrams these up in a full-length clinic report. Okay, we have a slug call to tight end offensive tackle on the pitch here. Not very good footwork. Okay, Coach DeCan mentions on the offensive tackle. Sorry about that, coaches. Okay, but not very good footwork here as we go through this. Okay, could have taken a more open step. All right, but the defensive end's working so hard outside to get reached. The offensive tackle does a good job of staying on his track, okay, for the linebacker as you'll see this thing develop. Okay, much better shot here. So offensive guard and center, you're going to get a solo and cap call. The left guard, poor stance, okay, which puts him in a bad position to be successful in that solo block. That's a big block, as we know, with those 3 techniques to the play side. Okay, what he should be doing right now, taking a better stance in that situation. Okay, he's not able to get there. All right, but you have a backside offensive guard, a skinny. Coach talks about this offensive guard getting skinny and working to that second level. It should happen quicker right now. It doesn't happen quick enough, okay, which allows any type of backside cutback to get there quicker. But still, there's going to be a crease in there. When you run these man schemes on a pin and pull, you're going to find creases if you block it the right way. Okay, the stretch is going to come up top of the screen here. Coaches, we're talking about this swap call here, okay, which is a pretty good job right here. So the tackle's able to get around. The tight end sets the point of attack. Okay, this tackle's now looking to skip pull, okay, and seal any backside inside linebacker. All right, we'll check the offensive guard in the center here as we go through the end zone shot. Okay, we have a cap call, which means the guard solo. Coach talks about being a little stronger on that play side arm by the guard, but since that solo call is there, that center is able to get out, okay, and get into his situation. All right, backside here. Decent job. Running backs be able to cut back a little bit. Gets what he can get. Okay, the toss is now coming to the bottom of the screen out of a pro formation. Okay, swap scheme again. Again, it's so important for that tight end to set the edge in the swap scheme so that tackle can come around. He's just chasing inside out, coming off the hip in that situation. The offensive tackle has to stay on track for the linebacker. You got the fullback there coming around to block help, block support. Pretty good run by the back. I do want to check the end zone shot here. Okay, it's a solo call and a cap call. All right, which means that that guard right now is working solo on that 3 technique, a very important block, as we all know. Okay, let's see if he does a better job. Could have better footwork here. He allows the defender to get penetration a little bit, but again, not too much where that center could get around and be involved in the point of attack. Okay, now we're going to get a full reach scheme. Okay, so now any type of 6-man front, if everyone's covered up, it's just a full, some coaches call it gang, it's a full reach scheme. Aiming point is outside shoulder. Okay, the right tackle, as you see, does a pretty good job adjusting into that 4-eye technique, who gets in the B gap. Okay, now you're watching that right guard here. What's going to happen is that right guard has to make that tug call. He sees the 4-eye technique, jump inside. As you see him pre-snap, he's going to jump inside. By the time the ball snap, he's going to have to secure the line, secure the B gap. Once that happens, now obviously there's nobody. Once he secures the B gap, okay, there's nobody to track the front side backer. And sometimes you make a player miss. It's a big play. And 25, the ball carrier, does a great job making that player miss. This is a full reach scheme by the goal line. Again, coach talks about adjustments. If you get a 5 or 6-man front, you could full reach it. Okay, the offensive guard's making a tug call. Pretty good job by this guard. Coach talks about pressing air into the C gap and picking up the linebacker, almost threatening the C gap just to get that stretch that he needs. Okay, as you see over here. Okay, then working up to get that linebacker. Pretty good job of the back too. Okay, tight end has a wide 9 technique. He's going to take him where he wants to go. Back should see that and cut back off of it. Okay, so the center's manned up on a 0 technique. He's going to handle him. Again, the guard's pressing air. Okay, pressing air into the C gap, and then working to get to that linebacker. We're going to skip this next clip, coaches. Coach was not too fond of this one. Okay, so we'll check the last one here. Linebacker walks up. Okay, so, and this is a pretty good coaching point here, coaches. All right, it starts off as a swap call, okay, in this situation, but what happens is if you look to the left of the screen, the linebacker walks up, so what's going to happen to be, it's going to be a full reach call, so the tight end is on 9 technique. Okay, tackles reach, and you don't have a front side pull except for the center, which we'll get to in the end zone shot. And it's a pretty good job by this center, as we're going to see here. You got a solo call here. That guard's going to handle that 3 technique all by himself. That tells the center that he's doing a pretty good. He's doing a good job on the pull here. As you see, pretty good pull, pretty good down block at the point of attack. Okay, by that tackle, here comes a pull around there. All right, now the only thing is, Coach DeCann made a coaching point here. He's got to do a better job with that center, getting his eyes back inside. You see the same mistakes are being made by that tackle. Okay, on the swap call and the center here on the pulls. Get your eyes back inside. All right, to make sure that you pick off anything from the inside and seal that thing off. Coaches, we appreciate you logging in to www.xandolabs.com. Special thanks to Coach DeCann as well for putting together this clinic report on some excellent stuff on concept blocking, the pin and pull schemes, and some of the things you could do with your offensive lineman just based on concepts and terminology. Coaches, thanks for logging in.